You know, Bruno always gets the fun part. That's getting everything dirty. And I get stuck doing the hard part, and that's getting everything clean.
Mike, I see you got my care package, man. Already it looks way better than what I had.
Oh, man. You're good at going fast and getting things dirty.
Well, you know what? I figured I know what I know and how to get things dirty and how to go fast, but you're the guy who knows how to make it look good, so why not bring in the authority to make my stuff look good?
Hey,
nice,
thanks.
Mike.
Well, I'll do this one, Will. You can do the other two. So, hey, what do you got going on this year for the racing season?
2020 is going to be good. Really excited about some stuff we got coming up. Another year with Autogeek on the side of my car. Great to be involved with the company again. I think this is like season 8 or 9. I've lost track, which is a good thing at this point. Going to break out my old baby, my Cobalt that we won 2 NHRA World Championships with, has been sitting on a lift at our shop, collecting dust, and it's time to bring it back. We're going to have some modifications done to it, some changes in store. I don't want to give everything away, but really excited about the potential and where direction we're going with that car. The dragster we ran predominantly last year and did well. We won a few races, brought home some Ironmen along the way and some Wallies, but I just think I need to get back to my comfort zone, and that's that Cobalt. And of course, we'll still run the Copo Camaro as well.
Now, my guess is changes for the Cobalt is going to go faster, not slower.
That's usually the plan. At least that's the plan. We'll see if we can, put that plan in place. But yeah, it's some exciting stuff. My dad's been tinkering. He's got the wheels going in his head, and he's the innovator, the one that drives my whole racing program forward. And it's something he's wanted to do for the last 2 years. For me, time is tough with all the stuff I've got going away from it. So he's kind of spearheading this direction we're going with the car. And the old guy's pretty sharp, and I'm pretty excited about the direction we're going to go with it. So it'll be great.
How many races do you think you'll be in for 2020?
For 20, we're going to run a bit of a limited schedule. We'll run 8 races, all in the Mellow Yellow series. I'll be doing the NHRA broadcast again as a reporter as well as an analyst. I'll actually be spending more time this year up in the analyst booth for Fox Sports, which is great. So they're going to allow me to race and work at the events. We kind of tested the waters with that last year. There were times where I was in my fire suit pants with my Fox shirt on the microphone, dropped it, and literally hopped in the car. And honestly, it sounds crazy, but it's almost better that way, because sometimes if you're sitting idle, you start getting in your own head, and you start thinking, and sometimes you don't think yourself. If you don't have time to do that, you just get in a point where you just do your instinct, and that's to drive the car.
Yeah.
I've got some really capable people helping me out. My friend Steve Moore from Chevrolet, my buddy Adam Josiah, guys who I trust, or they wouldn't be there, but who can really have helped me refine some of the things in my program, and I know that when I hop in the car that it's going to be race ready, and I'll be safe, and we'll be in a position to win. So allows me to clear my head, do my job, on both sides of it, behind the mic and behind the
wheel. Rest of us call that double dipping.
Double dipping, yeah. When I'm allowed to double dip, we'll double dip. But it's been great, though, because it's like the fans at the NHRA races. I mean, if you've never been, it's a really cool environment because you actually have access to everything. It's not like you're up in the stands and there's this wall off. You're down in the pits. You're down with the drivers. You can get autographs. You get to play on the playground, and you get to walk on the track on Sunday morning. Imagine going to Wrigley Field and be able to walk out on a baseball field. Right? You can't do that.
No, security.
In the world of NHRA, you can. So it's actually had a great rapport with the fans seeing me working that weekend and still being involved in the sport and competing, because it's truly the sport I love. You know what I mean? It's my life, my passion, and I'm still out there with all my buddies racing and having a good time. My family's out there. We're grilling. We're cooking. It's part of who I am and who my family is. So it's great to be able to be fully immersed in it.
And knock on rubber, nothing bad's happened.
No, nothing bad. We
got all our body parts.
No, I've no incidents since I think it was 2017 when we tore up my Copo pretty good. But that's back in good running order. We're still making strides with that car. It's still a lot of fun to drive. It's evolved that category and that class to a completely different level, and it's just putting the resources in place to keep moving forward with that program. But it's a lot of fun. Last year, like I said, was a good year. Nothing went into the wall, nothing caught fire, and that in its own right is a victory, right?
No doubt. So what would be, anybody watching this video, what would be the easiest way for them to find you and follow you?
You know, Instagram is usually probably the most social media that I'm up with most. I stay on that pretty religiously, or at least I'm getting better at it. Yeah. I'm not the biggest social media person, but that's the best way. But through Facebook and Twitter as well, updates. And I'm sure through Autogeek and everybody else, we can kind of follow my racing program through there. But usually social media, Instagram is the easiest way to attract me.
What would they look for on Instagram, just to make it simple?
At Bruno Massel. I make it as simple as possible.
Oh, yeah, you got to. Yeah,
you can't
You'd be better at social media if you had a steering wheel, maybe.
Right?
Yeah. Or a throttle.
Exactly. No, but it really excited, Mike. We've got Mobile One on board this year, Mobile Environmental Solutions, a great program. I'm still involved with Garage Squad. Will be coming back for season 7. You just heard it here for the first time, and season 14 of Truck U. We're coming back for. So I'm truly blessed for all the opportunities I've been given.
Hey, you've worked hard, and your success shows it. You know, plus your passion. It comes through in the camera. You know, it's easy to tell when anybody's mocking something up, but you're the real deal.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, the thing is, it's all about the company you keep and the people that you associate with. Autogeek's been a huge backer of mine for 8 years now. They stepped up. You guys stepped up when I was in need of a sponsor, and I was actually had my program for sale, and kind of literally saved my racing program. The next year we won a world championship. Actually, my first race with Autogeek on the side of the car, we won.
Yeah.
And we've won a lot of races in between, and I'm really proud of that. So it's all about the company you keep, and this is a great company.
Well, let's do it again this year.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan, buddy. Sounds like a plan.
Hey, well, we got everybody here. You know, we got this. This is an actual racing tire, and you're the expert. What is this exactly? So other people looking at this, because these are very unique tires, and they're a big part of how fast you're going to go down the track.
Yeah, so this is what they term as Mickey Thompson's Big Bubba tire. So they've got a little bit smaller version. Basically, you'll see these on cars going about the 220 mile an hour range is where they're pretty their sweet spot, so to speak. It's a little bit narrower at a 13-inch wide, where a lot of them are 16 these days. But the technology that Mickey Thompson's put into this tire is just phenomenal. These things, they literally can't keep them in stock at races. That's how popular this tire was. So yeah, you see, I got the Big Bubba sitting in front of me. This is what we're talking about right here. It's mounted on a 16-inch wheel, 34.5-inch rollout by a 13-inch footprint.
About how many passes could you get out of a tire like this on your race car?
Typically, you go about 25 runs on a tire before it gets to a point where it's shot.
Yeah.
And the deceiving thing is, it doesn't go away progressively. It goes away. So you got to keep tabs on things, otherwise you're on for a hairy ride. But a great tire, and like I said, it's extremely popular these days.
It seems like you could take a grease pencil, make a little tick mark, you know, 1,
and
2,
yes, that's exactly 3. What people do. I keep it in a logbook. You'll see them all little marks on the side, and that's it's not their kills. That's how many runs on those tires.
Now, a passenger car tire has 32 pounds on average, but how many pounds of pressure do you run in something like this on race day?
It depends on the car, the application. So in a lightweight dragster like mine, weighs 1,600 pounds with me in it, we'll put about 4 3/4 pounds of tire pressure in it.
Wow, that's like nothing. It seems like a collapse.
Right, and then on our door car, what's a little bit heavier, like the Cobalt, for instance, the car weighs 2,400 pounds. We'll run it right at 6 pounds of tire pressure.
Gotcha.
So it seems like nothing, but a tenth of a pound of tire pressure can make all the difference in the world from it hooking up or not on a race day, especially depending on how hot the track is on that day.
And that would make the difference between you looking at the back of the car or having the guy you're racing looking at the back of you.
Yes, exactly. All the difference in the world.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking at the back of the other guy you're racing.
Exactly.
Now, that's kind of interesting. I just thought we'd kind of share that. So, well, thank you for coming down to Autogeek and just sharing your schedule coming up for 2020. And, you know, everybody here, we're just going to hope that everything goes good. You win a lot of races, but most important, you stay safe.
Rubber side down.
No, I like that.